Hello table tennis fans, I'm Tom Lodziak. In this video I'm going to share a very simple but effective tactic of attacking with your forehand straight down the line. In this video, I'm going to talk about why you should attack down the line, how you attack down the line, how you can practice attacking with your forehand down the line. So really simple but very effective shot, something that everybody should try and do to make your attacking game stronger. Most players are pretty good at hitting their forehands cross court. I think this is probably because most of us spend quite a bit of time playing forehand to forehand, and the way that our body moves, the way that we twist into the shot makes the cross court forehand really quite easy to do. So a very simple but effective tactic, especially at the amateur level, which is where most of us are playing, is to play your forehand attacks down the line. Now this is effective because most players, in general, are less familiar with defending against forehand attacks which come straight down the line. And so often, what you see people do, and I know I do this myself, when trying to defend against a forehand attack down the line, is to not cover it properly and end up reaching out for the ball to try and defend it like this. When your opponent is trying to defend it by reaching across their body like this, they have far less control over the ball. So attacking with your forehand down the line, if you can get your player out of position, you can win quite a few cheap points. So how can we execute the forehand attack down the line? I think there's a couple of different ways you can do it, but for me, this is the easiest way of doing it. So, roughly, keep your feet in the same position as though you're going to attack cross court. Then, your backswing might just come back a little bit further back. You're beginning to open up your shoulder here. So this ball is coming over to you. You might just take the ball a tiny bit later. And then you point your bat down the line. So, you can see here, if I was going cross court, I might be rotating my shoulder more into the shot. Playing it down the line, I'm just holding my shoulder back. I'm just keeping my bat angle pointing in that direction more. Cross court, down the line. Cross court, down the line. Now how you use your wrist can also help, and what you can do with your wrist a little bit, you can just open it up, just bend it back just slightly, and that can sometimes help when playing that shot down the line to get it to really go straight. And I think what's good about this technique is it can be fairly disguised. So as I'm having my backswing at this stage, am I going to go cross court or am I going to go down the line? You don't really know. It's only as I'm going to approach the ball am I going to come that way or that way. So it's a fairly simple technique, but what I like about it is that it's fairly disguised, so it can be difficult for the other player to know when you go that way and when you go that way. So there's some really simple ways of practicing the forehand down the line. The first one is just simply warming up, playing forehand down the line. Sounds really obvious, doesn't it? But how often when you're practicing do you just go forehand cross courts? That's what most people do. So instead, you play forehand down the line, and if you're playing with another right-handed player, they'll be playing their backhand down the line. So you just play on one half of the table. That's a really simple, easy way to start practicing this shot. Then we have another regular drill, and this one is where you can play 2 backhands cross court and then 1 forehand down the line. Now why this one is useful is because you're doing 2 extra things really. You're switching from your backhand shot to your forehand shot, so that makes it a little bit harder to do, and also you're having to take a little step to get closer to the ball on the forehand side, so there's a bit of footwork involved. 2 backhands, 1 forehand. 2 backhands, 1 forehand. And a third simple drill that you can do is to put it into a bit of a service third ball attack routine. So you serve, you get your opponent to return the ball to forehand side, and then attack with your forehand down the line. And again, what you're really learning with this drill is making the transition from the serve to then making the attack down the line. And key here really is the recovery after the serve, the step, shoulder turn, and then attacking that ball as close to the line as you can get it. Attacking with your forehand down the line can be really effective. And you know what? Why I think this really works is because when you can attack with your forehand down the line, when your opponent knows that there's a threat that you can put that ball straight down the line, it poses them a new problem. They know that they've got to try and defend against this shot down the line, but also they've also got to defend against balls which might come to the other corner. So now they're having to defend both corners, and that makes it much harder for them to returning your attacks. So I really encourage you to develop this shot, this forehand attack down the line. Turn it into a strength. Get really good at consistently attacking with your forehand right down the line, getting the ball deep, close to the line. It's a really good shot to do, and it can really add a new extra dimension to your attacking game. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you found my tips of forehand down the line useful. I've got lots more tips on my website. Go to tabletenniscoach.me.uk, and there's 150 articles on there about different aspects of table tennis, so it's worth looking at some of those. If you liked the video, please make sure you subscribe. I will have lots more videos coming soon, so I'll see you then. Bye bye.